The Steep Price of Unresolved Family Conflicts by Renee Sonnefeld. Family quarrels are bitter things. They don't go according to any rules. They're not like aches or wounds. They're more like splits in the skin that won't heal because there's not enough material. If Scott Fitzgerald. Several years ago, I had the opportunity to coach a client who was in the process of purchasing a farm from two aging brothers, whom I'll call James and William. These brothers owned a vast, fertile farm passed down through generations. They spent their days working tirelessly, one in the operation of the farm and the other managing the farm's administration from behind a solid, old wooden desk inherited from their father. As the brothers grew older, they decided it was time to sell their beloved farm and retire. After months of negotiations, my client agreed on the price. The day finally came for the sale's closing, a bittersweet moment as the brothers prepared to say goodbye to the land that held their fondest memories. As they sat in the lawyer's office, the paperwork spread before them. The older brother James hesitated just before signing. He looked over at his younger brother William and said, "I will take the desk that father used to work at." Shocked, William replied, "I want to take that desk. I have managed the farm's administration for the last 50 years while you worked outside on the farm operation." But James was unyielding. "No, I will take it. It's mine. When I was a little boy, Dad always bounced me on his knees behind the desk and said, 'Son, one day this desk will be yours.'" He even offered William money to buy any desk he wished. The discussion escalated, becoming heated and increasingly uncomfortable for the bystanders, who couldn't help but witness the unfolding dispute. The brothers argued back and forth, the tension in the room becoming unbearable. Ultimately, their disagreement led James to refuse to sign the sale papers, causing the deal to collapse. For 3 long years, the brothers allowed their animosity to fester, their bond fraying with each passing day. In the end, they managed to sell the farm to my client for a staggering $20 million less than the original price. The once close siblings found themselves estranged, the desk standing as a monument to their severed relationship. The price of a promise made long ago, a simple wooden desk, had cost them far more than they could have ever imagined. They had lost not only millions of dollars, but also their deep connection as a family. The desk, an object that once symbolized their father's love and their shared heritage, had become the wedge that drove the brothers apart. What happened here? This heart-wrenching story of James and William exemplifies the devastating consequences of unresolved conflicts, simmering tensions and emotions that can tear apart families and close relationships. The dispute over the desk merely served as a catalyst, bringing to light the deeper underlying issues that had been dormant between the brothers for years. James and William had different roles on the family farm throughout their lives. James worked outside, tending to the fields and farm-related activities, while William managed the farm's administration from behind the desk. Though they worked together for the farm's success, their different responsibilities may have fostered feelings of inequality or unrecognized contributions. The brothers' dispute over the desk exposed these unresolved conflicts. James felt entitled to the desk because of his father's promise, while William believed he deserved it due to his years of administrative work. Neither brother was willing to acknowledge or validate the other's feelings or points of view, which only intensified their disagreement. As the argument escalated, it likely unearthed other unresolved conflicts between the brothers. Past grievances and perceived slights surfaced, further fueling their anger and resentment. The desk symbolizes all the unresolved issues between them, amplifying the emotional stakes of their dispute. Their inability to address and resolve these underlying conflicts led to the collapse of the deal and the deterioration of their relationship. The brothers' unwillingness to compromise or communicate openly about their feelings and perceptions deepened their rift. As they let their animosity fester over the years, the unresolved conflicts drove them apart, ultimately costing them millions of dollars and their once close bond as siblings. Suppose James and William had been able to confront their issues and engage in honest, open dialogue. In that case, they might have found a resolution to preserve their financial well-being and cherish bond as brothers. Addressing and resolving conflicts, no matter how challenging, can ultimately lead to more robust, more resilient bonds, and prevent the kind of devastating consequences that befell James and William. By sharing the story of the two brothers, I aim to inspire families to recognize the significance of nurturing healthy communication, empathy within their relationships, and the willingness to address and resolve conflicts in relationships. Thanks for listening. Please visit www.renaissancevel.com for more information or to contact Renee. See you next time.